Exploring Amish meat preservation techniques, a journey back in time. The Amish community is often regarded as a living relic of a bygone era. With their simple, technology-free lifestyle, they have mastered self-reliance in ways that fascinate and inspire the modern world. One of the most intriguing aspects of their lifestyle is their ability to preserve food, especially meat, without relying on modern refrigeration. This practice not only ensures food security, but also showcases a deep understanding of traditional methods passed down through generations. In this comprehensive guide, we delve into the techniques the Amish use to preserve meat, explore their cultural context, and provide detailed step-by-step instructions for anyone interested in applying these age-old methods at home. The Amish approach to food preservation. For the Amish, preserving food is more than a necessity. It is a reflection of their values of simplicity, hard work, and sustainability. Their methods are rooted in natural processes and materials, making them both eco-friendly and resourceful. When it comes to meat, preservation becomes even more critical, especially during the colder months when fresh produce is scarce. Let's explore the primary techniques they use in detail. 1. Curing and smoking. Curing and smoking meat is a cornerstone of Amish meat preservation. This method not only extends the shelf life of meat, but also imparts a distinct flavor that has become synonymous with traditional Amish cuisine. Salt curing. The Amish rely heavily on salt as a natural preservative. Salt draws moisture out of the meat through osmosis, creating an environment that is inhospitable to bacteria and other spoilage organisms. Typically, the Amish use coarse salt mixed with brown sugar or molasses to enhance flavor. Some communities also add spices such as black pepper, garlic, or paprika to the curing mix. Step-by-step process. Select fresh, high-quality cuts of meat, such as pork belly, ham, or beef brisket. Prepare the curing mixture by combining 2 parts salt with 1 part sugar and any desired spices. Rub the mixture generously over the entire surface of the meat, ensuring all crevices are covered. Place the meat in a wooden box, clay crock, or food-grade plastic container, layering additional salt between pieces if curing multiple cuts. Store the container in a cool, dark place such as a root cellar for 7 to 14 days, depending on the size of the meat. Turn the meat every few days to ensure even curing. Smoking. After curing, the meat is often smoked in a smokehouse. This process not only adds flavor, but also provides an additional layer of preservation by creating a protective barrier on the surface of the meat. Step-by-step process. Rinse the cured meat to remove excess salt and pat it dry. Hang the meat in a smokehouse, ensuring good airflow around each piece. Use hardwoods like hickory, applewood, or oak to produce smoke. Avoid resinous woods, as they can impart a bitter taste. Maintain a consistent temperature of 160 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 to 82 degrees Celsius, and smoke the meat for 6 to 12 hours, depending on its size and desired flavor. 2. Canning meat. Canning is another popular and reliable method used by the Amish to preserve meat for extended periods without refrigeration. Hot packing. This involves cooking the meat slightly before packing it into jars. The partial cooking reduces the moisture content and helps eliminate surface bacteria. Step-by-step process. Cut meat into manageable pieces and season lightly with salt and spices. Heat a skillet or pot and sear the meat to brown the surface without fully cooking it. Sterilize canning jars by boiling them in water for 10 minutes. Keep the jars warm until ready to use. Pack the meat tightly into the jars, leaving about 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters of headspace. Pressure. Canning. To ensure safety and longevity, the jars are processed in a pressure canner. Step-by-step process. Add boiling broth or water to the jars to cover the meat, leaving headspace. Seal the jars with sterilized lids and rings, ensuring they are hand-tight. Place the jars in a pressure canner, ensuring they are not touching each other. Process at 10 to 15 psi for 75 to 90 minutes, adjusting for altitude. Allow the canner to cool naturally before removing the jars. Check that the lids have sealed properly by pressing down on the center. A sealed lid will not flex. 3. Fermentation. Fermentation is a lesser-known but fascinating preservation method. The Amish often use it to make cured sausages and other fermented meat products. Sausages. Ground meat is mixed with salt and spices, then left to ferment naturally. Step-by-step process. Grind fresh meat and mix it with 2 to 3% salt by weight. Add spices and optional curing agents like nitrates or nitrites for color and additional preservation. Stuff the mixture into natural casings or pack it tightly into jars. Store in a controlled environment at 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, 59 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, with high humidity, 75 to 85%. Allow fermentation for 2 to 4 weeks, monitoring for any signs of spoilage. 4. Freezing in winter. While the Amish avoid electric refrigeration, they make clever use of natural cold during the winter months. Meat is often hung in outdoor sheds or root cellars where freezing temperatures preserve it naturally. Practical insights and modern adaptations. While it is possible to replicate Amish methods at home, modern adaptations can make the process safer and more accessible. Use food-grade containers and thermometers to ensure safety. Always follow guidelines for pressure canning to prevent botulism. Experiment with small batches before scaling up. Conclusion. The Amish approach to meat preservation is a testament to the ingenuity and sustainability of traditional methods. These techniques, whether curing, smoking, canning, fermenting, or freezing, offer a window into a way of life that values simplicity and resourcefulness. By trying these methods at home, you not only preserve food, but also honor a heritage of self-reliance and respect for nature. With patience and practice, you can master these techniques and enjoy the satisfaction of creating your own preserved meats in the Amish tradition.